I know who David Schwimmer is. He's friends.
I was just on a bachelor party with him. You're saying he's not him?
Yeah, he's not him. David Schwimmer was at the bachelor party?
Yeah.
Sandy knows David Schwimmer?
Yes.
How?
No shit.
College.
We're going to have to – college? We went to the same school. David Schwimmer. You're thinking of Michael Schwimmer.
Oh, I'm thinking of Michael Schwimmer. Who's David Schwimmer? I thought you were all –
So, Macon, you aren't full-time on Green Light yet? They're still making you go out and grind the real estate life? What's going on?
Yeah, the real estate life is like a labor of love, though. This is hard work, and it comes down to really a math problem, Dan. You know?
What's the math problem?
Well, 3% adds up. You know,
it sure does.
It just
let me tell you what.
It just keeps compounding. This year, I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I don't think we can afford you full time because of how much money you make in the industry.
You hear that, Dan?
You can't afford him because he makes so much money in real estate.
Right, and until he doesn't sling homes anymore, he's not going to give us his all. He gives us his all when he's in, but like every day of the week. You know how you guys are like in the bunker every day of the week? Like how does that work? Like you guys are, is it basically like a bat signal? If something happens, you guys have to come in and record? Or like what do you explain to your wife? Like, hey, I just got to go.
It's like we have a beeper. And it's like, oh, someone needs a new heart. Oh, someone touched LeBron's dick. we gotta get in and record right away. Wait, so Macon, you do both jobs. Now I have a number, I'm just throwing this out there. Does the number 92 mean anything to you?
No.
That's how many millions Chris made playing the NFL. And he can't afford you?
That's funny.
That's a really good question. Some people say, hey, real estate agents, they pay you too much. And then I say, you know, the St. Louis Rams paid a lot of people a ton of money.
Including you.
No.
Think about it.
Hey, I'm not complaining.
No, I know.
I love all of my jobs.
It's good to know a pre-CBA St. Louis Ram who likes to change houses every few years. I know the deal, all right?
I used to be in real estate. I have the worst real estate career of all time because I started my real estate career in 2007. You probably, everyone knows what happened in 2008. And then I got out of it in 2012, right when everything came back. So... couldn't have gone worse.
You did?
What?
You didn't do real estate. Is this a bit?
Yeah, I did.
No, I did. No, I did real estate development, like building homes and stuff. The worst possible time. And then everything went to shit. And then I did property management. I did like house flipping. It sucked, man.
Give me a property management story.
Oh, I mean, I had a woman who scammed me so hard. And I had no idea. I was in the middle of getting scammed. I'm such like a trusting person. I kept on being like, no, I don't think she's scamming us. So she had a whole thing set up where she would sign a lease, start the lease, make a list of like 100 complaints about like the apartment, like the littlest things, like the 7 button on my microwave doesn't work.
That's a problem.
And then if you didn't fix them all, she would then fight you and be like, I'm not paying rent. And then after like 3 or 4 months, she was like, well, I'm just not paying rent. I'm just going to leave. And so she would get like 4 months of rent for free.
Stop
and
it.
then
You can do that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And the whole time I'm like, I'm telling people, cause I'm property managing this apartment building in Rodgers Park in Chicago. And the whole time I'm telling everyone in my office, I'm like, no, I talked to her on the phone this morning. She's going to pay her rent. Like, don't worry. Like, look for the check. And they're all like, are you a fucking idiot? So, yeah, that's real estate's a tough job sometimes.
Dan,
one of the smartest podcasters out there couldn't cut it.
I started in 2011. There was a guy who called. He always called from a block number. He was interested in a property in Middleburg, Virginia for $19 million. I had just started. $19 million. Awesome. Would get me on the phone for about 2 hours at a pop, couple times a week, and I was just grinding for him, getting every single answer to every single question he had. And at one point, the listing agent was like, hey, how well do you know this guy? Some of these questions are starting to sound familiar. And I was like, oh, I know this guy. Mm-hmm. He and I've known this guy a long time. Mm-hmm. And then one day he called from a non-blocked number, put it into Google, a psychiatric facility popped up.
Oh no!
He just wanted to talk to people all day long. That was his deal.
That's so good.
Yeah,
But it's hard though because you want to be trusting. It's like very hard to not trust that people have good intentions, and then you get that dose of reality.
Then
you're
you
like,
become
there's
a
lot of bad
podcaster.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Then
you
you become a podcast.
cynical fucking podcaster. That's. I wanted to ask you, man. You're going to Chicago.
Whole crew.
When are you going to
Whole
Chicago? And like, are you nervous?
I am nervous because all right, so I'm going in July. My third child is hopefully arriving within the next month, and then we're gonna move after the baby is over
man.
6 weeks. Thank you. I am nervous and excited. I would say nervous because there's like 30 of us going, and we're building an entire warehouse, like a fun factory. We have a basketball court, golf simulator, like all this space to do all these things I've always dreamed of doing. And with the excitement of doing all these things I've dreamed of doing, there's obviously some nervousness being like, well, what if it doesn't work?
Yeah.
I think it will work because we've been doing this a very long time. We know what's good, what's funny. And, having PFT buy in and a bunch of the people, Brandon Walker, Nick, KB, all these guys who are very, very smart.
Brandon Walker's moving to Chicago?
Brandon Walker, Titus is coming.
Wow.
So I think it's gonna work, but there's always, Chris, when you started this whole thing, I remember we used to text, and you'd ask me questions like, how does this, like, what do you guys do with this and what do you do that? It's like there's definitely some nervousness, but I think if we're being honest, the nervousness is good because it just motivates me to like double down on my work and be like, I could walk away today, you know what I mean, and be okay, but like I want to keep. I think I still have some years left.
Maybe we need to move to rekindle a little bit of that,
Yeah. Hey,
Well,
hey,
where are we moving?
I'm letting you guys know right now.
Chicago?
I might be poaching Kyle. I've put the birdie in his ear.
It's not going to take much to poach him. I think he wants to fuck you guys so bad. Guy didn't come to a single
Jersey
live
Jerry.
stream all fall. And then, he was like, hey, if you want to see Kyle, catch him on a Barstool live stream.
He was great.
Yeah, he is great. He's great.
Big Cat, we are all three guys with two kids who are expecting a third. Isn't that neat?
Okay, so, yeah. So,
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I was going to say something, but thanks.
Well, I got something too. Has it occurred to you, Dan?
Wait, you just cucked his child announcement.
Hold on, I haven't made one of my own.
It was good. He does this.
Dan.
He'll wish my wife happy birthday like before when the show like just starts.
Dan, your wife is definitely the mother of this third kid. Has it occurred to you that you might not be the dad? You're just the presumptive father?
Yeah, of course that could go through your head. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
Little me,
that it's
myself,
my
and
child.
Irene situation.
Yeah.
So what I was gonna say was, before he suggested that your wife may not be faithful to you, is that I am having a girl.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
dude, when?
I can wear the T-shirts, the bumper stickers, girl dad.
Yeah. Welcome to the club.
July, right in the middle of river season. Honestly, it's a little bit of a.
Congrats though, because I actually congrats because I was because you had your kids are what, like 6
7
and
4, yeah,
7 and 4. So like I was a little behind you. My son's 4, my daughter's 2, and so when I was when we were having a third, I was like, I wonder if I actually thought this. I was like, I wonder if Chris is gonna have a third. That's awesome.
We waited a while, like, as you can see between the distance, the 3 kids, and I'm kind of nervous about the distance. Dude, it's kind of like getting shocked back into something that you forgot how to do. I'm like, I don't remember that at all. Like,
dude,
first off, you black out the entire, 9 months. I can only imagine what my wife's doing. But, I could barely remember it anyways, and now it's been 5 years, so I don't know how the fuck I'm going to do.
I actually think you're doing it right, though, because I'm making – how old are your kids?
I'm going to have 3 kids under 3.
Okay, so we're kind of in the same boat. I will have 3 kids under 4, my son's going to be 4 in June, but I actually am jealous of you, Chris, because I'm dreading, my son is still in, he's just a dick.
Yeah.
I love him. He's so much fun to be around, but, listen,
7 is a different kind of dick. It's the dick that doesn't need you.
Right.
He
like you could wake up on his own.
Yeah. And You try to talk to them. How was your day? You got to pry it out of them. All that stuff. Like enjoy the time when they're like open books. And my 4-year-old right now is like he's obsessed with me. Like it's like all day. 7-year-old, he's kind of giving me a taste of my own medicine. Like I need some time to myself.
My 4-year-old yesterday told me he was like, Dad, when you give me treats, you're my best friend, and when you tell me to do stuff, you're not. And I was like, okay, dude.
Very simple.
I was like, yeah, it's pretty fair. But yeah, no, I mean, being a dad is I actually go home excited every night. I'm so excited to see my kids.
Well, just wait until, and this is the one cool thing about a 7-year-old is like he started being a sports fan. It was like it hit during March Madness this year. Like had to explain the whole thing to him. You know, for 2 weeks there, he wasn't sure if the NBA teams played in the NCAA tournament. Now he has a favorite like NBA player. He likes Trae Young.
Oh,
yeah, I don't know.
Oh no,
yeah, I don't know. We watch all the games.
Not a scout.
Yeah, exactly. I explained to him like what overs and unders are because like he wants to know why I'm cheering for teams not to make shots, and I think it's good to like that I introduce him to that, not somebody else. I don't know if this is mental gymnastics, but
right. It's like how you blow smoke into his face.
No, you don't. I don't blow smoke
slowly
into his face. But
you throw a Zin in his lip. Yeah, same shit.
No, he thinks it's gum. So the funniest thing.
Oh, dude.
He's like,
wait,
Dad, 3 pieces of gum is a lot.
Dude, I had a moment last week where, so my son's been doing this thing where he just wakes up whenever he wants to wake up. And I'll wake up almost every morning with a 4-year-old staring in my face like 6 inches away.
Yeah.
Being like, I gotta pee, or like want to get up, and I'm like, holy shit! Like I wake up scared every morning.
Mm-hmm.
The other morning, I when I put him to bed, the Zin fell out of my pocket, and it was in the chair in his room.
Mm-hmm.
I wake up at 6 in the morning. He wakes up at 6 in the morning, comes to my room, he's holding it. He's like, Dad, you forgot this for your mouth. And I was like, oh fuck! I was like, I gotta stop doing this shit.
No, nicotine's healthy. Huberman said so.
Yeah, that's true. Wait, Macon, do you have a girl?
Yeah, we're gonna be girl, boy, girl. But yeah,
okay.
Oldest is a girl.
So, Chris, I know that like it's kind of a cliche.
Yeah.
But I definitely already am like,
yeah, the
like,
boys,
my daughter like does no wrong. Like
yeah.
she'll like bash my son with a Lego in the head, and I'm like, you shouldn't have been standing there, dude.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do? Like,
I'm actually gonna try to be hard on my daughter. Like, I don't know. I feel like the world's so tough and fucked up. Like, I got to make her like one of these people from The Last of Us, you know? I actually started boxing recently. I think a lot of what went into that was like, I have to be able to kick somebody's ass for another 23 years or so.
Yeah.
Like, it resets the clock on like you having to handle business. And like the increase in my health is directly related to knowing I'm going to have a daughter. Dan, I wanted to tell you this one thing before we moved on from kids. But Waylon with the sports fandom, so he was like an Eagles fan just because we went to some games and shit. And then late in the season, he makes an announcement to me that his favorite team is, you want to guess?
Oh, did he say the Chiefs?
Nope, the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, the colors.
Yeah.
I could see it from a kid's perspective.
Yeah.
The colors are cool.
Yeah, and my wife is not doing a good job of steering him away. She's like, yeah, we'll go visit your Aunt Coco. We'll take you down to a Miami game. I was like, I will not be joining that trip.
That's so good.
Yeah, and the whole quarterback situation with me and their fans. It's
you being wrong is what you meant to
me
say.
being wrong. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
sure.
Tuanon always remembers. But yeah, you have been wrong. Over and over.
It's bad.
It's actually funny because on our text chain with Rosillo also a known Tua hater, they'll try to get me to crack. They'll be like, come on, like you actually, I'm like, no, Tua's the best. Like, don't even try. And they'll like try to like basically, I know they're going to use it against me.
Well,
so I'm like,
since
no,
we're talking
Tua
about the
not.
text late in the season, he did cop to it being a bit of a bit.
Nah.
Like in the text chain, he was like,
no, listen.
When he started throwing ducks, he was like, well, guys, I know, like, but
no, it was windy in SoFi Stadium for that game. So that can be easily explained.
Mm-hmm.
I maybe have leaned into it a little bit more. But I do think he's good. I think people bash him for no reason.
Yeah, he had a really hurt back this last year,
and if you didn't notice, a hurt head.
Yeah, well,
yes.
Yeah.
So, Dan, what would be the worst team that your son would root for if you
Packers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cardinals. St. Louis Cardinals
Yeah.
would be pretty bad. It's funny because I've done the same thing with my son where I've had him pick colors for the horses when I have horse racing on. He's a loser. Lost every race. But I do wonder like what like his first memories are going to be, because we had one. It was the U.S. Open last year. It was Father's Day and my son's birthday, and I had Zalatoris to win like $100,000, and it was like in the middle of a birthday party, and I was like, everyone's got to lock in. No more birthday talk. Like we're sending back the so like. Hey, I think he'll think it's funny when he grows up, but who knows?
Well, when he gets
Maybe
a
he's
pony
start.
after Zalatoris wins, it's like, oh, well, yeah. Don't want to
Yeah.
bite the hand that feeds you. Hey, we had a question when it comes to coaches, because we know you have a relationship with Deion Sanders, and we know you have a relationship with Rick Pitino, and both of them have made news in the last couple of days. Of course, Deion Sanders in that spring game and the transfers. There's 45 of them total, 16 after the spring game. Rick Pitino made news last night, Dan. I don't know if you saw this, but he tweeted. So yesterday, I didn't even know he had Twitter. He hasn't paid for the blue check. Not a blue check guy. So yesterday, I was enjoying the Knicks game, and someone read my lips on TV giving out my phone number. Over 300-plus messages came in. Here's the bizarre news. 95% were nice and positive. I got a lead on 7 new recruits. My new cell is tongue out, creepy, smiley face.
Ooh, that emoji. That's one of your favorites.
I hate that fucking emoji.
I missed this.
Yeah, how did you miss this? This is your guy.
I'm not. I have a stalker. I don't know if you guys know this, but
Tell
I have
Macon about the background.
Yeah, so we've made our jokes about Rick Pitino in the past, as most people in this business do. You can go look up the jokes. You can figure out what the jokes are. He might have had a scene from an Italian restaurant, to quote Billy Joel. But so it was probably like 7 years ago. He was on College Game Day when he was still at Louisville. I made a Twitter joke about it. I get a text from a random number, and it's like, hey, listen, this is someone from Rick Pitino's camp. We're watching everything you say, and if you don't watch it, we will end your career. And so I was like, this is
How do you
fucking
do
weird.
that?
Yeah. And then like probably once a year, I'll get a text from a random number being like, hey, we heard what you said. We heard what PFT said. I told you to watch it. Like, we know how to end your career. Like, I mean, like an old time, like Hollywood, like, so, you know, like some guy in like 1940s being like, you'll never act in this town again. But yeah, and then it happened when we were in Houston. I got a text being like, come meet up. Let's squash this once and for all. So yeah, it's weird. I love Rick Pitino. I'll never say a bad word about him.
What are you afraid would happen?
Watching.
What do you ever at night when you're in your bed, like, think about Rick Pitino or his capos?
No, I actually think we're going to try to get Rick Pitino on the show, and then we can squash the beef that way. I think it also probably came to a head because Rick Pitino did a press conference from his lawyer's office, which is where a lot of innocent people like to do press conferences. And PFT and I got questions in, and we went in person, and we got some questions in that might have had some jokes layered inside of it. I think that's really where the guy was like pissed, but I don't even think. I bet you if I told Rick Pitino, he's probably like, I don't even know who this person is.
I don't know. You're probably on his radar.
If he were to come in your studio,
careful.
Put a red checkered tablecloth.
Would you make a 15-second joke to his face?
Macon made these jokes, just so we're clear. Macon made these jokes. If you want to try to
first one was
scam,
pretty good. Kind of
if you want to try to scam him out of some real estate, you can easily do that. You can find him.
So ask him the question.
Who would you rather play for, Pitino or Coach Prime? Because I think we're bearing the lead. The spring game was what, Saturday? Is that 2 days ago? 15 new players in the portal since Saturday out of Colorado.
Ooh.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Including dudes who played in the game.
There were actually people at their spring game this year.
Yeah.
Are they leaving?
I think that's probably Deion telling them, pack your bags.
That's what we're hearing.
Yeah,
He's just brutally honest with them.
So would you rather play for him or Rick?
I'll say Deion just because I know him very well and he's the best guy ever. But Rick Pitino, I mean, he is unassailably one of the best college coaches of all time.
Yeah.
Like he is, and he does feel like one of those coaches that would be tough on you, but also treat you like family. You know what I mean? You don't see a lot of players saying anything bad about Rick Pitino afterwards, because I think he gets the most out of his guys and gets guys to the pros, and like that. I mean, you can't question that with Rick Pitino.
Yeah, no, we don't know yet with Deion.
It's interesting.
It will be an interesting year.
It's interesting.
Very interesting.
Okay, so I was going to ask you about the Knicks, but there was a two-parter earlier that I didn't come back to. With you moving to Chicago, what are you going to miss about New York, and what are you not going to miss about New York?
Okay, good question. I will actually miss the people of New York. It's like a melting pot, just weird energy, characters. Like there's something about New York that has that to it that I don't think it's unlike any other city in America.
Yeah.
Other cities can claim it, but if you spent some time in New York, you know what I'm talking about. Like everyone's got a story, everyone's a character. Anywhere you walk on the street, it just has that. I'm not going to miss the fact that like living in New York is not the easiest. It's, like construction, noise, getting on the subway every day.
Rats.
There's a lot of things. Rats. There's a lot of rats in Chicago.
There's a
but they're
rat
in the
czar.
alley.
You know, you guys don't have a rat czar in Chicago.
That's true. But there's definitely like people who say, if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere, like that old saying.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
Like New York it's not for the faint of heart when it comes to like day-to-day living.
Yeah.
Because you're living on top of millions and millions of people. Like there's you don't see land, you don't see trees.
That's tough. That part's tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, where are you going to live somewhere with land and trees in Chicago, like where my brother used to live?
Now, I'm not going to live up there in the suburbs. No, but there's more parks in Chicago. Yeah. There's more, it's like spread out. I mean, Central Park's really nice in New York, but then if you're not in Central Park, it's a concrete jungle. Yeah. So, but there's parts of New York. Like you do feel like you're living in like the center of the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're in New York.
I know.
I get the whole bias of like New York media and stuff, because it does feel that way, that this is the center of the world and everything else is revolving around it.
I'm going to see Taylor Swift in Chicago early June. I'm staying at the Blackstone opposite Grant Park, a walk to Soldier Field, and all of the stuff there. How do you do 3 days and 2 nights in Chicago correctly?
Well, if the Cubs are in town, you should go to a Cubs game.
Okay. Don't type
look
it in.
That up. You don't have yourself prepared.
Type it in for you.
I would do an architecture tour. The boat tours are awesome.
Oh, I heard those are great.
They're very, very cool. I would walk up the lake, like up Lakeshore if it's a nice day. There's, usually in the summer, there's different neighborhoods have different like street festivals on the weekends.
What about restaurants? Was that Au Cheval? Is that still there?
Yeah.
Remember 2016? We were there in the United Center, and then Malachi Richardson happened, and we were in tears. Mm-hmm. We'd already.
I'll give you a better burger place.
I didn't cry.
I'll give you a better burger place called Kuma's Corner. That's my favorite burger place.
Okay.
A little bit more, not like where tourists would go, but that's the spot.
Okay. So what I was going to ask you about the Knicks, back to New York, is who are the Knicks? And we had some time to noodle on this. Who are the Knicks in the NFL? What franchise is most like the Knicks? Because right now, admittedly a Knicks fan, look like they're going to win a series.
Yep.
Yeah. I was there on Friday night. It was electric.
Yeah.
Like there is something about basketball in New York and like having them be good and back that you can feel the energy. And it was very, very like, when you just go to a game and the crowd is into it from the like before tip till after the game, even though it was a blowout, it's something special. Who are the Knicks in the NFL? Oh man.
Can I tell you?
Who do
can
you
I
guys
tell you
have?
mine?
Your answer's right.
It's the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
It's the Chicago Bears.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
you think
fair.
about it like now the Knicks have 2 NBA championships, but the Bears with the 1 Super Bowl. It's been a long time. You guys, the Knicks in the 90s, that's when I became a fan. They were close a lot, like in a cool way. Like you're not being the front runner, but, that's why I picked the Knicks. One of these years they'll win one. You guys have had a few playoff, appearances, but then the Super Bowl you almost won. And just like a rabid fan base that's got hope right now. Like the Knicks have done it on the court. the Bears have a lot of draft picks.
I like that analogy, and I'll go even further because if the Bears are good, it takes over the whole town, similar to the Knicks.
Yep.
Like the Knicks are, because, you know, in New York, there's Yankees, Mets, there's
Yep.
Giants, Jets. Knicks are it.
Yep.
So there's that. And this is more of an insult on my Bears and also the Knicks. There's like a feeling of steeped like tradition and history, but when you actually look at the tradition and history, there's not a ton there.
Not as much as like the Celtics or the Cowboys.
Yeah, right. It's like, yeah, the Bears, like charter franchise, all this stuff. It's like, wait, but you only won one Super Bowl?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and the Knicks are kind of similar. It's like, wait, the Knicks have only won what?
Two. Yeah,
two.
That's it.
Yeah. So
no, that's good.
And they're in no way, I think the Bears is the right answer. They're
Yeah.
in no way detestable. You'd be happy for them from afar if they started to win.
Yeah.
I didn't like Double Doink.
Yeah.
Like,
looking up at it.
I didn't
That
like
was
it.
mean.
I didn't like
You didn't
seeing
have to
I
do
didn't
that.
like seeing your buddy Carl from Barstool and thinking he was just a random fan. That was the funniest shit ever. After that, not that any of it was funny, Dan. I don't mean that, but you know, I saw the video of the guy that went viral. Did you see this video? The white guy yelling into well, that doesn't narrow it down. There were a lot of white guys yelling into the phones after that game, but homeboy was running out of the stadium like threatening to kill Parkey, and
Yeah.
I texted Dan and was like, "This guy is funny," and he's like, "Yeah, he's one of our biggest Barstool personalities."
Yeah.
It was
And
Carl.
it was Carl. It was not a good moment for any of us. I would actually say the only other team I could think of is if the Eagles hadn't won that
Eagles.
Super Bowl
Yeah.
a few years ago, that would be similar, where it's like tradition, rabid fan base, not a ton to back it up,
Yep.
but you know that like if they're good, people, even if they're bad, people are diehard and they want them to win.
Well, the Eagles made sense because they've been to so many NFC Championship games, like Eastern Conference Finals. They've been to a Super Bowl. They've had great players, but yeah, like not a lot to show for it.
Knicks Bears have the venues, MSG and Soldier Field, until the Bears sell
Bears
out to
fucking sell
Arlington Heights.
That's not a sellout.
It is
They
a
should have
sellout.
moved. If you know the history of the Bears, Soldier Field was always supposed to be temporary.
Okay.
I'm telling you the honest truth.
Shouldn't have made it look
Papa
so
Bear
cool
had
then.
Papa Bear had a fucking letter to season ticket holders in like the 70s or the 60s being like, we're going to move soon. Like this is,
Well,
it's a dump. It's a dump. It's the smallest
I
stadium
enjoyed
in
it. That's
in
the thing.
city.
I didn't have to go to a game there. I just played there. The grass was terrible, but it was fun because it was old.
I want a new stadium because I think a new stadium gets a new owner. Because
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's going to buy the Bears if they don't own the stadium. So and I would like a new owner, even though Virginia
you're next in
McCaskey-
line. We're handling the Commanders right now.
She's 100 years old for crying out loud.
Jesus
Dude,
Christ.
she is
The Centurion?
she's
Yeah.
spry.
Yeah.
She's a spry 100.
Yeah.
Chris, are you going to come to a game?
Yeah, I'll come to a game. I'd love
The
to.
Knicks
I
game?
also, I don't know. With the whole news that I just broke, kind of hard to leave the house. Although I still do. Was in Mexico for a bachelor party last week, but I've used up all my points.
Dude,
Yeah.
the points become
Yeah.
you
gotta
start
hold on to
they
those
start to
tokens.
dwindle.
Hey,
Did you guys weigh in on the one last thing on the Blue Jays pitcher whole thing?
Nah. Well, he's a huge Blue Jays fan with the record next to his name on Twitter and everything. No.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Yeah. We're 13
Yeah.
and 9. We're third in the AL East.
Okay.
Line. Kikuchi? You talking about Kikuchi? Talking
No, I
about
was
Nate
talking about-
Pearson?
No, the guy on the airplane with his wife being like the kids had to clean up she had to.
Oh,
the
that
22
yeah. That's the Blue
Yeah.
Jays pitcher.
Popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you on that?
So I got a gift from God in that my wife is 8.5 months pregnant, and she was like, I showed her the story, and she's like, 22 weeks isn't even that pregnant, and I was
Yeah.
like, thank you, I'm gonna say this now,
Wow.
because I was like, that's the only blessing I needed. She
Yeah.
was like, that's like I would pick up like 22 weeks. You're fully mobile.
We
Like, this is
probably would
ridiculous.
pick the popcorn up because
Yes.
I hate being messy and I hate people staring at me. People are already staring at my kids because everybody in first class, not a flex here, but they paid good money for that ticket. There shouldn't be any kids in first class.
Yeah,
They're fucking.
I mean,
idiots.
like you didn't pay good money for that ticket.
Yeah, I did too. I actually had to pay for like a small person.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
so-
It should be less money. Yeah. No,
exactly.
fuck that.
It should be less money. Okay, real quick, before we get to our draft, do you have a favorite NFL draft draft day viral moment? Because the NFL draft is later this week, and there are sure to be some great moments.
Yeah, so I'm happy that it wasn't just you were going to ask me my favorite Bears draft because those haven't gone well.
No, they haven't.
The Larry Tunsil shit is still like insane to look back that he had weed gas mask bong released on the day of the draft. That kind of shit is incredible.
That was dirty. Oh, it was so dirty.
Oh, it was so dirty. But it was also great fodder and like the internet exploded.
And the NFL exploded. He broke the NFL. Like all the trades that happened because of that. Like he was literally he was the catalyst for so much capital being moved around just for being a stoner.
Yeah. And then also I think this is the 20-year anniversary of the Vikings missing their pick.
Yes, they
hilarious.
missed like the 7th pick. Here's the only silver lining for them. They got Kevin Williams out of that.
And stay woke. Some say they meant to do that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Lower slot.
Oh.
Less money. Still got their guy.
So I liked the pandemic because it brought out I didn't like the pandemic, but I liked everything that happened because of it with the draft. Like you got Goodell's chair. You got the Titans war room. You got Cliff's house. There was a whole different experience with that. And then I really loved the point where guys started to use Goodell as a prop. There was a Cleveland D tackle that gave him like the first really big hug, and then Dontari Poe like kissed him. Like I don't know if you've ever seen the picture of Dontari Poe and Roger Goodell like face to face. They look like they just got done swapping spit. I love that people started using Roger Goodell as a prop.
When you got drafted, that was a great moment because they both got caught and like we didn't go the right direction.
Yeah.
And we just ended up kissing.
Yeah.
When you got drafted, did you party right after? Like, was there a moment like, holy shit, I did it?
Yeah, there was a party. We all went to a nightclub, which, being a Charlottesville kid, we went to UVA. I'd not really do a lot of nightclubs, but we were throwing $1 bills over the balcony of the nightclub, like really dumb shit. And then, they take you right to the plane. And I can barely button my suit, and you get on, and St. Louis flew me fucking like U.S. Air to St. Louis at 6 a.m.
Row 32.
Bro, it was, and I didn't know any better because I was like, I'm just happy to be here. And then, the next 10 to 12 years, I'm seeing all these draft day photos of guys getting whisked away in a G5.
Yeah.
Okay, and I was flying Spirit to St. Louis.
Yeah.
So, it was fun, but, I wanted to do the Joe Thomas thing.
Yeah. Fishing with his dad.
Yeah, but then my dad talked me out of it. So whereas Joe Thomas's dad took him fishing, my dad was like, I don't know what that's going to do to your stock. So
I went to I went to one draft party. A friend of mine in college at Wisconsin, Nick Hayden, he got drafted by the Panthers. And draft parties are like interesting because it really is a gamble. Like, what happens if you don't get drafted? What happens if you fall?
Yeah.
I feel like anyone who has the balls to do a draft party, like, that can get scary, right?
Yeah, because you don't know who the characters are in the room and what they want out of the circumstance. Like, is everybody's jockeying for position? They want camera time. I remember there was a D tackle, I think, or an offensive tackle that got drafted, maybe Isaiah Wilson for the Titans. And his mom, he had a girlfriend, and she was just, like, taking all the camera time. And she literally suplexed her to get her off the couch. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just or CeeDee Lamb and the phone.
CeeDee Lamb, yes.
CeeDee Lamb and the phone, bro. CeeDee Lamb has 2 phones. I knew he was a playmaker when I saw this whole thing happen. And his girl took one of the phones, and he just lightning quick reflex snatched that phone out of her hand.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. Like, all-time draft moment. I also remember Trevor Lawrence's dad just getting man-spreaded on the couch. And he like had his nuts just like in a vice. I think, and I remember taking that picture being like, holy shit, this sucks so bad for this guy. Like he that's his son.
Yeah.
And he's wearing shorts and he's got like everyone else has all the space in the world and he's just got his nuts just fucking smashed together.
Could you see his balls?
Yeah, you could see his balls. If you could look it up, he looked very uncomfortable.
You got to be careful when you're shooting and they're shooting you in like a chair with no desk in front of you. Podcasters know that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Look at his sack.
Yeah. Look how uncomfortable. He's just like, that he's just getting dominated there too.
Yeah, those khakis will ride up, man. You got to be careful. So that was our Miller Lite draft segment for the week. So Miller Lite is satisfied, and I'm satisfied when I drink a Miller Lite. So let's get to our draft. This is why Dan's here. It is the I'm Not Him draft. It is, lately there's been a lot of talk about who's him and who's not him. I think we just put this to bed. It can be sports, or it can be something off the field. Who's picking first? Do we want to? I'm picking first. My draft, my pick.
Chris, then Big Cat, then Macon.
Okay.
Wow.
How many? I got a question. Rowback question. RHOBACK.com. Use code TAKE for 20% off your first purchase.
Yeah.
I bring ads with me. The Q-Zips, polos. They
are
got shorts
great.
for the summer.
They are
Don't forget
great.
the joggers.
Yeah, the jogger. I'm wearing
Sam
the joggers
Hubbard
right
wears
now.
it.
Yeah, Sam Hubbard's cousin started the company.
Is that a good-looking guy or what?
Yeah, really good-looking guy.
Company
think,
based
Macon?
in Charlottesville, Virginia.
What do you think, Macon? You're the resident.
Sam Hubbard.
We got Rowback right here. Max, my producer, just walked it in. Look, I'll send you guys some Rowback. So I always bring an ad.
Rowback says this.
No, I bring an ad with me whenever I do a podcast. How many picks are there in this draft?
27 rounds.
We were going to do like the NFL and do 7, so we got to get on our horse.
Sam Hubbard is gorgeous.
7 rounds?
Gorgeous.
Yeah, 7 rounds. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Or
my
5, and
husband's-
if you run out of...
Settle in.
Here's how we do drafts here. We just start, and then we're like, yeah, you guys out of them? That would be great for the Bears.
All right, I have to change my draft board now because I didn't know.
Okay. Well, I'll start us off. Caitlyn
Okay.
Jenner.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Expound.
Wow.
Because literally, she was like, I'm not him. And then,
Yeah.
And then,
True.
And then, when this whole thing happened with Bud Light recently, she said it again. She's like, you want me to stand up for trans rights? I'm not him either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's true. That's a good
She
pick.
was like, I'm not him. So that's my first pick is Caitlyn Jenner.
That's a great pick. That's
Thank
a great pick. Do I have the second pick?
You do.
So I'm nervous about the tone if I pick something that I could maybe get later, but I also like to set the tone.
Tone setter.
All right, my first pick is going to be Hitler invading Russia.
God damn it!
Total I'm not him moment. He's like, I'm going to fucking rule the whole world.
Yeah.
Did you have that, Macon?
Big H is top on my big board. Yeah.
Oh, hell yes. What a steal by me because I thought I was going to get it late, and I was like, no, 7 rounds.
Hey.
Hitler,
Hey.
he is not him.
No, and do you want to know a fun fact while we're here? July 9th is his birthday. So is Macon's birthday.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you and Hitler.
No,
No.
it's
Wow.
O.J. Simpson's birthday.
Oh, it's
July
O.J.
9th.
Simpson. Sorry.
Oh.
O.J. Simpson.
I think
Well,
Hitler's birthday is 420.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. It is 420 because it just happened, and we were
Yeah, it's
looking
me
at
and
birthdays.
OJ.
You and OJ.
Me, OJ, Tom Hanks, the Boy Meets World guy, I think.
Yeah.
It's a good
But-
group of us. That's a
But
great
yeah,
pick.
good. Yeah, good. I mean, listen, he was like, oh, all these other guys that have tried to invade Russia in the
Yeah.
wintertime, like,
I'm
oh,
him.
no, I got this. I'm totally different than everyone else. No. You're not him. You're not that guy, pal.
Okay. All right. Is this a snake?
Non-snake.
Non-snake. That changes
What?
things. Okay.
Snake it.
Non-snake.
Snake
Snake it. Let's snake it. That's
bitch.
fine.
Snake this shit.
Okay.
Making your back-to-back.
All right. My pick is Heath Schuler. And my pick is Heath Schuler because most people think Heath Schuler is Gus Frerotte, who is your boy,
Yeah.
and banged his neck into
Yeah.
the padding and then couldn't return to
So
the
you
game.
think it's Heath Schuler because people thought that was Heath Schuler.
Yeah. And then Heath Schuler, not a great career. And now he's trying to make it as some sort of poll, as they call it. Okay. Are you ready?
Hitler was a better pick. Just
Good
gonna
thing-
say
it's
it.
good
We're
thing
not
that we're
trading
in a
the
snake
drafts
draft.
right now, but we went Caitlyn Jenner, Hitler, Heath Schuler. Yikes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that was, come on.
Thank
Edward-
you,
was a
Dan.
yikes.
Usually I
That-
have to sit here and be like, it's not a great pick. He's like,
You just took Trey Lance 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
My second pick, the first pick of the second round, is going to be David Schwimmer. I don't care for his work at
Oh,
all.
my God. What?
Yeah, I think he was by far the weakest
Did
link
you even do homework
of
for
the
this?
friends. Not a whole lot. I looked into the doc.
Does he
before
even
we-
know who David Schwimmer is?
I know who David Schwimmer is. He's friends.
I was just on a bachelor party with him. You're saying he's not him?
Yeah, he's not him. David Schwimmer was at the bachelor party?
Yeah.
Sandy knows David Schwimmer?
Yes.
How?
No shit.
College.
We're going to have to – college? We went to the same school. David Schwimmer. You're thinking of Michael Schwimmer.
Oh, I'm thinking of Michael Schwimmer. Who's David Schwimmer? I thought you were all – I thought you were all
Who the fuck is Michael Schwimmer?
I thought you were all up in arms about I think you were all up in arms about his baseball.
David Schwimmer's Ross from Friends.
Oh yeah, okay.
Really bad at acting.
I didn't
really good show.
I didn't watch David Schwimmer.
Yeah,
I didn't watch Friends.
David Schwimmer.
Wow,
I got really nervous there for a second.
I was at a bachelor party with David Schwimmer.
How did I not know that we went to college with Friends actor David Schwimmer?
I would never go to a bachelor party with the other guy from Friends because he shit on Keanu Reeves.
Matthew Perry.
Joey or
Perry.
Chandler?
Matthew
Chandler.
Perry.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big Cat, you're up.
Good
Okay,
pick.
I'm
Good
up.
pick.
Thank you.
I'm not. Well, I actually think Michael Schwimmer would have been a better pick.
Well, some people aren't crazy about what they do, but I think you have a choice.
Yeah. Okay, I have an easy one. This will be Matt Hasselbeck in overtime.
Yeah, it's a good pick.
Fuck.
It's a good pick.
Total, I'm not him. For anyone who doesn't remember, Seahawks Packers playoff game, coin flip. He says we want the ball and we're going to score. He throws a pick six right after.
To my teammate Al Harris.
Total, I'm not him moment. Couldn't be more. I'm not him.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, Brian.
I'm having a fantastic draft.
You are a very chalky draft, but a good one.
Brian
Nevertheless.
But no. You wanted to take Hitler, and I got him first.
I know, so I had to go with
you
a
wanted to
totally
be
different
chalky.
strategy. Let's just see how it plays out.
Brian Bosworth.
And I know how much you like Hitler.
The envelope is in.
Yes.
He's a big Thomas Jefferson guy. Stone's throw away from Hitler in my book. Okay, well, so I got Brian Bosworth because there's not a bigger I'm not him moment. You're going to walk into this situation. One of you is going to be him. One of you is going to be not him. It's pretty simple. Like in a football practice, the most Neanderthal way to settle a debate is just like goal line tackle. And yeah, it got exaggerated a little bit. Like it happens. It's Bo Jackson, but those two were on a collision course. They were cult heroes, and then one of them was not him.
Yeah, it's a good pick. That's he was. Everyone was like, "Oh, the Boz," and then just got absolutely steamrolled, and that was it.
That was it.
You're up again.
Oh, I'm up again. Let's see. Howard Dean.
Oh, I had that too.
Did you really?
Yes, I swear to God.
Oh.
I swear to God, I had Howard Dean. I thought I was going to get him in like the 6th.
No, but for that
24th.
same reason, I wanted to get him at 3. Are you like the Eagles laughing at me right now when Jalen Reagor or Minnesota when Jalen Reagor?
No, that's a good pick.
Yeah,
that's a good pick.
The thing people forget about Howard Dean was he was neck and neck with John Kerry.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't well funded, but the guy had a shot, and then
20 seconds.
It was over, dude.
Yeah. Yep.
It was over.
I'm not him.
Just got so excited about
just like
politics.
me making that pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, my next one's an easy one. Still in the news today, but it'll be a specific moment. It's Ben Simmons passing up the dunk against the Hawks.
Wow.
While his entire team was like, "Are you fucking serious, dude?"
Yeah, that was bad.
And he had a clean dunk, and he passed it. And we know how the rest is gone. We actually were talking about it on PMT yesterday, but Ben Simmons, after the 2020 bubble playoffs, the Sixers got swept, and he tweeted, "Watching my team get swept hurt, and I don't ever want to feel that way again." In the next 3 years, he's watched his team get swept 2 more times.
Yep.
So he is very much I'm not him.
No, I do feel like maybe
respect.
your big board ran out and you looked to the right and you had PMT notes.
No.
Okay,
I'm trying to be strategic here because I'm trying to pick what I think might get picked. I should have gone Howard Dean. But
like
Ben
Hitler.
Simmons, that was the reaction by Embiid in that clip is all time. When he's standing at the 3-point line, he's like, "Are you fucking serious, dude?" Total, I'm not him.
I'm going Andres Escobar. He of the Colombian national soccer team. He owned gold himself and then famously said life doesn't end here. And then they killed him because he scored on his own team and lost. It's not funny. R.I.P.
Not funny.
to Andres.
How long ago was this?
But he wasn't him.
It's 94,
Cowboy.
right?
Yeah, 94.
Yeah, it's been 20 years.
Yeah, almost.
That's more than
It's been
20
almost
years,
30, guys.
Yeah.
30, almost
30, almost 30.
I got you too, though.
There are a lot of fumes in the studio.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to agree, though, because guys our age, Chris, you're 38?
38.
39? 38. I'm
yeah.
38 as well. 1994, 95 does feel like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Illinois Nazis is my next pick.
Oh.
Good value,
Skokie,
I
yeah.
think, here in the fourth. So, Chris, the Nazi thing didn't really work out for them.
Yeah.
On
Are you sure?
I think it might be having a bit of a comeback, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But generally, no,
Yeah.
it didn't work out. They're looked down upon.
Wait,
Yeah.
might be? You guys, where are you guys based?
In the United States.
The Illinois Nazis famously were on a bridge protesting near Chicago in the 80s.
Skokie, yeah.
Elwood Blues drove fast onto the bridge,
So it
and
is
they
a
all had to
Blues
jump
Brothers
into.
thing.
But it's a
It
real
is.
thing that happened.
Yeah.
They basically tried to have a rally and being like First Amendment and that whole thing.
Yeah, and
Trying to
failed.
push the boundaries.
Yeah.
Failed.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were not him.
Okay.
Okay, so you got just like I don't even know. Like it's not even junkyard. Like I got Hitler and you got some kids playing around
Like,
with fucking.
You're
Poor
like
man's,
you're talking noise after every pick, which
No, I'm just listen. This is I'm just understanding.
I think you're slowly
Okay, all
respecting the squad I'm assembling here.
Okay, I got one that I
Michael
actually
Swimmer.
I don't think I thought it wouldn't last this long. My next pick is going to be Dan Gilbert after
Yes.
LeBron left for the
Oh
Heat,
yeah.
and he wrote his Comic Sans letter to the world, and he said the self-declared former king in quotation marks will be taking the curse with him down south, and until he does right by Cleveland and Ohio, James and the town where he played will unfortunately own this dreaded spell and bad karma. Just watch. Sleep well, Cleveland. Tomorrow is a new, much brighter day. I promise you that energy, focus, capital knowledge, and experience will be directed at one thing and one thing only, delivering you the championship you have long deserved and is long overdue. He also said that LeBron was never going to win one, and then he went and won two in Miami, and then needed LeBron to come back to
That's
win
the
one
best
for him.
part. The irony
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said Cleveland would win one before LeBron would.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's not the case.
total. I'm not him. And then they just went back to the draft lottery every single year.
Okay, this is chalky, but I'm going to make the pick. Bill Buckner.
Okay.
I mean, it's a verb.
Yeah.
And the guy,
Yeah.
he Buckner something. I Bucknered something on second base the other night.
Oh yeah, how's the softball league going?
Good, Make. How's it going?
What are you guys? 1-4 now?
2-3.
2-3.
The point was
How?
you never show up because we had some problems in the field. And these are like, this isn't like New York softball where you get a bunch of fucking like finance bros and people like that. I mean, these are some electricians and shit down here, you know?
But you played in the NFL, and your brother got drafted in Major League Baseball.
Now we've been fine, but in the field we score a lot of runs, but in the field we've had problems.
Can I get your back on this one?
yeah.
They were pro football players. They weren't pro
Thank you.
softball
Thank you.
players.
Thank you. Yeah.
I mean, that's
But-
apples and oranges.
But Kyle got drafted in Major League Baseball.
And
No,
he's
that's a
doing
fair
great.
point.
That's a fair point.
That
He's
is a
doing
fair
great.
point.
He's doing great.
Yep.
I would
Fair point.
imagine if you show up to a softball game and the Long brothers are playing against you, like, I'm just going to go home.
Nah, dude, they see us as like blood in the water. I think.
Oh, you got a target on your back.
Yeah, a target on our backs. Who's up?
Okay.
You're up.
I'm up. Oh yeah, it's a snake draft. Let me go Fergie singing the national anthem at the All-Star game. This
Okay.
was her big chance to be cool and sit at the cool kids table, and she fucking absolutely butchered it. So I'll go Fergie at the national anthem.
That's a good one.
Bang,
That's
it's a good one.
I'm going to go a throwback one. You guys might remember Ruben Patterson for the Portland Trailblazers.
Shit.
What did he do?
Called
Kobe stopper.
himself the Kobe stopper.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good
And then Kobe put like 37 on him
Yes.
in the playoffs. I just remember it. It's like a seminal memory of mine. I don't know why, of Ruben Patterson with his feet in an ice bucket before the game, and like everyone being like, Kobe stopper, Kobe stopper. And you could just tell like he didn't actually believe it.
Yeah.
He just was trying to hype himself up, and Kobe just completely torched him. But calling yourself the Kobe stopper and then having that happen is
Can't do
quite
that.
something.
You can't do
No.
that.
For about 2 seconds, they started to call, this is not my pick, Rajah Bell the Kobe stopper because he clotheslined him and then got tossed from a game. Kobe said, does he know me? Do I know this guy? I don't know this guy. I might have said one word to this guy. I don't know this kid. I don't need to know this kid. I don't want to. Maybe he wasn't hugged enough as a kid. I looked at him a little bit. He gets a little insecure or something. I don't know. So Kobe, that's like the original
That's pretty bad.
too small. That's not my pick. My pick's going to be, here I'll go chalky for you. I'll pander and take Robin Ventura. If you're gonna head out to the mound and take on a guy who's seemingly twice your
That's
age,
true, dude. That's a great pick.
you can't get put into a headlock.
That's a great pick.
You can't get hit. You can't get put into a headlock. Nolan Ryan sunned him. Robin Ventura, not him.
That's a great one. That's a great pick. There
Thanks,
you go.
Dan.
See?
Okay.
I just pumped you up.
Okay. Thanks, Dan. Edward Smith. Edward Smith is my next pick. He was the driver of the Titanic. Just square into the iceberg.
Good pick.
Too big to fail.
Yeah.
You know, they're saying that about Barstool Sports, Dan. Too big to fail.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Too big to fail.
We're too small to fail.
Good pick.
Thanks.
That was a really good
we
pick.
might move.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, just move.
Go ahead.
move.
Go ahead, Dan.
Okay.
Is this the last round?
God,
Yeah,
hope
I don't
so.
know how
Yeah,
many
this is-
rounds.
This is Dan's sixth pick.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys told me it was a 5-pick draft.
Yeah, well,
You-
welcome
you-
to the NFL.
You dropped 6 on me. Okay, maybe you guys know more about history, but my last pick will be King George III, who was basically like, you guys can't start your own country, like go ahead and try.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did. And then we fucked him
America,
up.
of course.
And they were like, yeah, no, this isn't gonna work. So he was total I'm not him moment.
That's
like,
good.
Yeah.
Did it work though?
It's
This country?
been working.
Still,
a
yeah,
while.
we'll see.
We'll figure
see.
it out. Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
last pick of the draft. Chris.
Last pick of
Last
the
pick
draft.
of the draft. I'm prepared for 7.
I'll go 7.
Now
Fuck
you're
it, I'll
gonna-
go 7.
Fuck it,
You're
I'll
gonna
go
change
7.
it mid-stream?
I'll go
Go
7.
7.
I'll go 7. I got 2 picks for you. Scott Norwood. They had to go drafted. You know.
Okay.
I mean, fucking major. I'm not him moment. I know it's chalky, but I've waited.
Okay.
And then Joaquin Phoenix in The Gladiator.
Nice.
He fucking stabbed Russell Crowe on the way to the game, and Russell Crowe still won.
Mhm.
You know, he's not him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice pick.
Good pick. Good
Nice
pick.
The movie.
Okay, my last pick is actually going to be myself for this last NFL season. I declared in September that I was going to have the best gambling season of my life,
Mm.
and I started the season going 0-11 in NFL games.
Jesus
Documented.
Christ.
0-11 after
Yikes.
saying that. So total, I'm not him. I am not that guy. I will never win
You try to tease her?
gambling. No, I just straight picks. Hard to do. Go
Yeah.
0-11.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a humbling reminder.
I
that
did catch
I
some
suck.
of that in the group text that you weren't doing
Yeah.
so well.
It was bad. It was a bad start.
Down marker holder, Colorado, Missouri, 1990, also known as the 5th down game.
Oh yeah.
You can't give a team
Yeah, that's
5
bad.
downs. That's how they.
You did good, man. This is a good draft.
Hey, listen
so who's
up.
the I'm not him? Who's the I'm not him? The refs?
The holder of the down marker.
Yeah, he gave
Got
him
it.
an extra
I'm not mad
down.
at anybody but him. You know.
What's his name?
And that's
not-
back when you had
not
to
him.
you were flipping it over. It's
Yeah.
not that difficult. Chris's
Right.
team: Caitlyn Jenner, Brian Bosworth, Howard Dean, Bill Buckner, Fergie National Anthem, Scott Norwood, Joaquin Phoenix, and Gladiator. Dan's team: Hitler. That's Adolf Hitler, Matt Hasselbeck, Ben Simmons, Dan Gilbert, Ruben Patterson, King George III, and himself last NFL season.
He opened the draft with Hitler. He closed it with himself.
Yeah, nice little bookend.
My team, nice little team: Heath Schuler, David Schwimmer, Andres Escobar, Illinois Nazis, Robin Ventura, Edward Smith, driver of the Titanic, and the down marker
You had the best
in the 5th down
end of
game.
the draft.
Okay,
Yeah, no, Robin Ventura was your best pick. The
Yeah.
other ones were garbage.
but the Robin Ventura is a chalky. Like you know, there's Josh
You keep
Rosen is
saying
out there. You're not going to take Josh Rosen. You know, he said 9
keep
teams
saying-
made mistakes ahead of him.
You keep saying chalky. I don't know. Like you took him in the 5th.
Hey, Big Cat. Here's a couple I left on the cutting room floor here. Brad Davison, Ethan Happ, Chucky Hepburn, Bronson Koenig, Ben Brust,
Abel.
Josh Gasser. I could keep going.
You guys won one title and you're going to be the douchebags? One title and you're going to be the douchebags because the ref decided to call a bogus 3-point foul.
Bogus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Bogus. I'm going to...
Well, he came at me first.
Yeah, you're right, but then I got sprayed.
I thought Chucky Hepburn was better than he is.
Yeah.
This is back in my
He's
gambling
figuring it
days.
out.
Okay.
He's figuring it out.
Well, good draft, guys. Really good draft.
Did you guys lose? Would I'm Not Him being the number 1 overall seed and losing to a 16 seed?
You know what?
That would be an I'm Not Him.
It went undrafted.
Hey, did you know if Bo Ryan were a little bit nicer to Tony Bennett would probably be your coach right now, but Bo Ryan went and had to be a jerk?
Did you know that if Penn's stock ever rebounds and goes higher, I'm going to personally write a check for Tony Bennett to come home to Madison?
Not going to happen. We got an ankle monitor on that motherfucker.
I only had one other one I forgot until now, but Fredo in Godfather.
Oh yeah, that's a big
total. I'm
one.
not him.
Jesus.
That's a good
when he's
one.
like, I got this whole thing planned out, and
LeBron's favorite line, I think, in the movie.
He's read the book many times, so many times he can't tell you any of the characters.
Yeah.
How about John Rocker? If he just came along 20 years later, racism would have made its comeback.
He would have had a show on OAN.
Yeah.
He would have been good.
You would have been right
with
back.
Tucker, actually. New sports and politics. All right, cool. Good draft. Can we let Dan go?
Not yet.
Okay.
Hey, Big Cat, to your and your team's credit, you're probably one of the most. You're one of the most recognizable sports media personalities right now. Your level of fame. Talk to us. Can we go to the grocery store? Can we go to the ball game? Is there always a picture? Is there always an autograph? How are we? Are you going out in disguise? What's the best level of fame? Dan Katz 2 years ago or 2 years from now? Your thoughts?
Ooh, good question. I can go anywhere. I do. There are if I go to a sports event, there's a lot of pictures, but our fans are the best. Like it's never.
Well, our fans are the best.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I said it first, so our fans are the best. People are very cool. Say what's up. If I'm with my family, they'll usually just give me like a "What's up, Big Cat," not ask me for a picture or anything.
That's good.
Which is I appreciate that very much. Because then my son's like, who are is that your friend? And I'm like, well, kind of, yeah, sure. Yeah. Yes, it is my friend. Then he's like, how do you have all these friends? But it's good. The best way to describe it is I don't go out much anymore because of my family. So it might be a burden if I was like single in my 20s. But the best way to describe it is every bar I walk into is a gay bar for me personally.
Yeah.
Because every dude's like, oh, his Big Cat's here. And no girls ever are like, what do you say?
Dan, I got to break something to you before you.
Rodgers, Aaron Rodgers.
Before you
Aaron
leave,
Rodgers just broke.
This is an exclusive. Dan Katz's reaction.
Dan Katz reaction. Jets get Aaron Rodgers, pick number 15, a 2023 fifth round pick. That's pick number 170. And the Packers get pick number 13, a 2023 second, a sixth round, a whole fucking shit ton of picks. Dan, your reaction.
Best day ever.
The witch is dead.
I've wanted this guy gone out of my life for the longest time. I knew he was gone, but just seeing it's just so great.
Yeah.
He's gone. He can live in New York. He can hang out in Williamsburg. He can be
with
a drug
JJ
addict
Redick
or whatever.
and Tommy Alter.
Yeah, right, exactly. He can do all that shit. He's just gone. And he took perverse pleasure in beating the Bears. I know that. He beat the fuck out of us constantly. It's over. Jordan Love, I'm not worried about. Maybe this will bite me in the ass, but I'm not worried about right now. I know Packers fans are like, "Oh, Jordan Love's going to be great." Let's pump the brakes. Let's see it a little bit. Yeah, this clip will probably hurt me. But he's gone. And all I'll say is, could you imagine having two Hall of Fame quarterbacks for almost 30 years and only having 2 Super Bowls to say for it? Like, that's pretty tough. I think if you have to judge Aaron Rodgers' career and Brett Favre's career, the only word that comes into mind is disappointment.
Wow.
And Dan's had about 30 quarterbacks in 30 years and maybe 2 playoff wins.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Justin Fields is him.
He is him.
There you go. Didn't make our draft.
Dan Katz is him. We appreciate the time. It is good to see you on the other side of the Zoom, my brother, and hope you come back again.
I would love to come back. I am definitely, before I come back, gonna try to buy some fake real estate from Macon, just so I have a story. Like next time I come on, I'm gonna be like, Macon, how the lead's going? You got any big dogs on the, big fish on the line? And then I'm gonna call him from my number, and he's gonna be like, hold on, I gotta take this client. I'm like, gotcha.
This guy's also calling from a mental institution. The party, the Pardon My Take studio.
Well, Barstool Sports, yeah. No, listen, we do have our. Like if you walked in on a random day, you'd be like, "This is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest."
Yeah, pretty much. Are you what's his name? Are you Jack Nicholson?
I don't know. I think all of us take turns like transitioning between crazy and not crazy. It's the beauty of this place.
All right, good.
Love you, Dan.
Yeah, much love, bro.
Love you guys. Thank you guys for having me on.
Listen to the full podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and other podcast streaming platforms. Wherever you want to get the podcast, you can get the podcast. Pretty simple. New episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Podcasts get pretty wild. This is real tame.